Greetings and salutations, fellow YouTubers. This is your host, Gravelstein with Gravelstein Gaming. Today, I'm bringing you a video on how I farm Titanite chunks with some large Titanite shards thrown in. With this farming route, you'll also pick up the occasional poison stone, all stone, and the hex dead again. Disclaimer insert here. I am by no means a Dark Souls 2 professional. I'm decent at times and worse on bad days. End disclaimer. Now, I have found several other videos out there that give farming tips for Titanite chunks, ranging from the Belfry Luna in Lost Bastille or farming mobs in the Doors of Pharos. Belfry Luna does give a decent drop of Titanite chunks if you're decent at PvP and actually can win the fight. However, I am not interested in PvP and I'm not good at it at all. The Doors of Pharos is actually a safer area, although you can be summoned as a Grey Spirit to those players belonging to the Rat King Covenant while they're defending the area from people like us, those that don't belong in the Covenant. Let me interject here that I love Dark Souls 2, but do not enjoy forced PvP. I enjoy the co-op and the PvE aspect, but PvP is not what I enjoy. I believe that the PvP in Dark Souls 1 and 2, I'm not sure about 3 as I haven't played it, but I've heard good things. But in the first two games, it's horribly done, it's unbalanced, and having it peer-to-peer leads to hits that should miss and misses that should hit. This, in conjunction with invaders having in-game gear at places like Hades Tower of Flame, is a real PvP turn-off for me. This isn't PvP. It's Steamroller versus Asphalt, and I'm usually the Asphalt. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Belfry Luna is PvP and is dependent on your skill in PvP combat. Doors of Pharos is slow, long, and the drops, in my experience, of Titanite chunks are low and horrible. It feels like you're getting nowhere. And although the Doors of Pharos is mainly PvE, it is a PvP area. I do enjoy it more than most other areas because you're not invaded per se, but you're actually summoned as a Grey Spirit to the defending enemy player. This is actually my preference for PvP if I had to make the choice, as even if you lose, you'll not be losing much. You don't lose your souls, you're just sent back to where you were summoned from. Whereas the attacking defender, he takes all the risk, because if you kill him, he has to go retrieve his souls. Now, PvP from those belonging to the Rat King Covenant is a slight inconvenience only, and adds to the atmosphere of the game, I think, in my opinion. I don't mind it as much. So with Belfry of Luna being what it is, and Doors of Pharos having horrible drop rate, I was kind of out of luck on where to find Titanite chunks. However, I recently discovered a great little farming area for these Titanite chunks, and it's pretty easy to farm, and I want to share it with you. Okay, the location that we're speaking of here is the Black Gulch. The starting bonfire is the Black Gulch mouth. The ending bonfire is the hidden chamber, but notice here that you will need the fragrant branch of yore to access it. The enemies that we'll encounter in this area include the crag slipper. Those are the big worms that shoot out of the side of the mountain. You have to be careful of those, or they will knock you off the edge of the cliff. The dart sucker, that is the big hand-shaped creature with razor-toothed mouth in the palm. And then you have a couple of invaders here. You have the Woodland Child Gully and the Woodland Child Victor, and then you have Forlorn periodically trying to make your day end badly. Those I recommend killing whenever you come here to kill the Rotten. The Rotten is definitely one boss here in this area. Before you start farming, you want to destroy him so you will then make the area non-invadable by PvPers. I do not like being invaded. As I stated before, the forced PvP just ruins my day, especially if I'm farming. I don't have time and don't really want to partake in the PvP at that moment in time. It's recommended that you take the Company of Champions Covenant. That is the covenant that you join in Majula. It is on the path to the right that goes up the cliff to the right of the entrance that leads to Hades Tower of Flame. When you go up that path, you'll find the homeward bones on a body to the left, and then you will find the altar, which you kneel at, and you will then be asked on 3 different occasions in that conversation, are you sure you want to join this covenant? And the reason is because when you join that covenant, it does increase the difficulty of the game to New Game Plus, and I have known personally new players that accidentally have joined that covenant, not in the sense that they went up there and accidentally clicked yes, 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 but they did not know what they were getting into, and almost quit the game because of it. But anyway, we do want to become part of this covenant for the farming because mobs will not respawn if you belong to this covenant. The weapons that I'm using in this video are the Hunter's Black Bow +10 with fire arrows. Those are for the tar pits. The whip for poison spitting statues. And I also have the Watch Dragon Parma, which gives a +50 to item discovery. The actual armor that I'm wearing, headpiece, is the Jester's Cap. That's +50 to item discovery. And the chest piece is the Prisoner's Tatters, which gives a +15 to item discovery. And item discovery is the key here because we are farming. The ring, the most important ring that you'll have is the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. I only have the +1. The +2 would be better, but the +1 is an additional 75 points to the item discovery. So with those items that I have here, I have a total item discovery of 130. It is 230 if I had any more rusted coins. The rusted coins give a +100. It lasts to the item discovery. It lasts 5 minutes. If you have those, I would definitely use them if you had them. Now, the actual formula for item discovery is a bit convoluted, but it's explained on the Dark Souls 2 Fextra Life Wiki. Once again, that's the Fextra Life Wiki. Just do a Google search, Dark Souls 2 Wiki, and you will have the choice of 2 different ones. Both of them are similar, but I do like how the Fextra Life Wiki is actually laid out. It seems to be a bit better. Okay, back to the topic at hand. What you do is you move back and forth between the bonfires for as long as you like. Seeing as how you belong to the Covenant of Champions, the mobs will always be there for you to farm. One suggestion, though, as we mentioned earlier, is to clear out the Rotten First and the Spirit Invaders before joining the Covenant, or they'll be really difficult. Join only when you are ready to farm and safe from enemy invaders. The process is simple, as you see here. On your first run, you'll be switching from the Dragon Watch Parma to the Whip to clear out all the poison-spitting statues. Let me stress that you need to take your time on the first run and clear these mobs out. They will remain destroyed until you warp at a bonfire. Be warned that even if you warp between the Black Gulch bonfires in the same area, it will reset, making the farming run that much slower. So if you go from Bonfire 1 to Bonfire 2, destroy all of the spitting statues, and you decide that you want to start again at Bonfire 1 because you don't like how the path is from Bonfire 2 back to 1, if you warp from 2 to 1, you will have to destroy all the statues again. I suggest you either go from the second bonfire or just run back and sit at the first one again. During your first run, as we stated earlier, you will use the whip to destroy the poison-spitting statues and the bow with flame arrows to set fire to the tar pits that house the dart suckers. Be wary of the crag slippers, as they're easy to forget about, and they can make your day end badly by pushing you off the cliff's edge. I've been down here several times and have forgotten and almost been pushed off. Proceed to the end of the little farming path there to the second bonfire, rest at the bonfire, then work your way back to the first bonfire. Repeat this process until you either have all the chunks you want or feel so cheated by RNG that you'll take a well-deserved break. Thanks again for watching, fellow gamers. I hope this video is of some help to those of you like me who've had problems or had trouble finding the Titanite chunks you need to upgrade your gear. If you have any questions or suggestions or just general comments, just leave them below in the comment boxes. This is Gravelstein signing off for now. God bless and have a great day.